Hi guys, can you hear the microphone? Is it working? I'm kind of hoping it does. Now, on the just off chance that you are in fact able to hear me, you should really sort out those automatic tweets for live events on YouTube. Did this thing not get automatically tweeted out? Did it not get tweeted out? Twitted? Did I not twit correctly? Oh, I can't really check. I'm not actually logged in on the other machine. Okay, whatever. Because I believe I can actually announce to Twitter. I think I can actually just... Fallout New Vegas live mod testing. You can't hear me. I twirted. I did twirt. What are you talking about then, dude? It didn't get tweeted out in a language I don't recognize, and it started with an @YouTube, so your followers didn't get it. Why didn't my followers get it? People, it should tweet it out from my account. I shall twit right now. I'm twitting. Announce to Twitter. I've just twitted. Did it twit correctly this time? Because it just don't exist if I didn't tweet it, right? I mean, that's how it is. Yes, no. Anyway, look, let's just get on with this. Because I've got a bit of an apology to make. I've already tested this mod. I had no idea I'd been testing it. I had activated this mod on a very brief whim and forgotten all about it. And in fact, I've been using this mod for about half of the Dead Money playthrough. So it's already been tested. I can actually tell you the delay is terrible. Okay. Yeah, it's a huge delay. It is a huge delay. There you go. So I've already tested it. Well, it doesn't matter. There's 174 people viewing it, that's all. It's going to be a bit of a, well, not a pointless. I suppose I could literally show you what it does and how it works, because I know it works now. The reason I figured out it was working was I went along to my includes HUD main menu.xml file and found it utterly blank. Yeah. Well, anyway, on the bright side, we know it works. We know it works. It's been really well tested, so to speak. Look, I'll read the spiel for you so you know what the hell we're testing. Oh, I just can't see the chat. Brilliant. There you go. You can see it now. The next Aliens Isolation episode will be later tonight. Can we perhaps keep this at least vaguely on topic? I do only have just over an hour, and I'd like to get through reading the actual description. And it's an entire 3 paragraphs long, and at this rate, we're never going to get it done. So, I will close the chat down so that people stop talking to themselves, because I deeply suspect that's what people do. User Interface Organizer, or UIO, is an NVSE-powered plugin that is designed to manage and maintain all UI/HUD extensions added to the game by various mods. Once installed, UIO will ensure UI extensions are always properly installed and when necessary, properly removed. It will automatically detect, resolve and prevent UI-related issues and will help keep the game's UI intact. You will be able to safely install, remove UI mods at any time without having to worry about it breaking other UI mods or worse, the game. UIO currently supports all UI mods that are known to me and require support. A full list can be found below. Adding support for unlisted future mods is very simple, can be done by anyone and does not require updating UIO or involving me in any way. Follow instructions, see below. For instructions, see below. UIO also makes it possible to install any supported UI mod manually by a simple files to folder extraction without running any scripted installer. Most UI mods use scripted installers in order to modify one or more of the game's UI files. These installers are known to fail on some machines and may break other mods when uninstalled. And I would add to this, and don't work when using Mod Organizer. So how does UIO work? UIO operates at game launch before any UI files are loaded in memory. It detects installed UI mods, makes sure every valid UI extension is properly registered, removes references to missing files and duplicate entries. Any changes are in effect only for the duration of the current game session and are rolled back to the pre-launch state when exiting the game. No files are permanently changed. How do I use UIO? Simply download and install it using NMM, FOMM, and I'm assuming Mod Organizer. Please note that this is an NVSE plugin, not a standard mod. It doesn't include an ESP/ESM file and will therefore not show up in your load order. Does it play nice with Darnified UI? Yes. What about Unified HUD? My mod. Technically, with UIO installed, you won't ever have to use Unified HUD. I'm hoping that's correct. But Unified HUD does do a couple of other things to fix a few things. However, I suspect that is actually correct. Adding support for a mod, blah, blah, blah. We don't really need to do that. So, the New Vegas script extender version 4.2b minimum must be installed. NVSE, what's new? 4.2 beta 3. I've got, beta 2 minimum installed and loaded with the game. So you need to make sure your NVSE is correct. Gopher, are you planning to play the new Game of Thrones game from Telltale? Maybe. The chat is totally and utterly ignoring what I'm saying. However, currently supported mods, Advanced Recon Rangefinder, Advanced Recon Thermal Night Vision. Let's find another one. Cinematech. Cinematech's already installed, isn't it? Yes, because I've got Dynavision. Flashlight. Basically, this does seem to be the entire list of mods from that Unified HUD supports as well, and some others, which is very, very good. Essentially, this mod should make... Okay, now this is probably not going to work because I've not got it set up. Oh no, I have got it set up correctly. Excellent. I didn't think I got it set up correctly. Okay, so I've now got the very latest. I can probably kill that off then. Let's kill that one off. So, this is basically going to remove the need for Unified HUD, which is, as many of you will know, probably my most successful Fallout New Vegas mod. Almost certainly the most. This is one of the mods that actually is up in the top files. I've got a few top files mods. Doesn't seem to be there anymore, and probably rightfully so. I've actually got quite a few in the top 100 for this. There you go, 22. It is, I believe, my most popular mod. And this mod's killed it off. Just killed it off. Dead. It's terrible, really, isn't it? No, it's actually really, really good. It's a really, really good mod from the looks of things. And I am going to download another one of my mods just for the sake of doing so. This one doesn't need any special equipment, which is nice. You just got Fallout New Vegas on the Steam August sale. Congratulations. Brilliant, brilliant game. Just one of the brilliant parts about it is how moddable it is and how modded it is now. There we go. Let's activate that. I'm going to activate the Advanced Recon Rangefinder. Now, what this is actually doing when I install it... Okay, why? Apparently it doesn't like it. It didn't like it. It's crashing my system. Do I have something open that I should not have open? Or have I now been hit by this very same bug? This is a bug that actually does hit quite a few people. Right, so, where was I? Yeah. Advanced Recon Rangefinder, didn't want to know. Right, this is what I should get. Overwrite it. I would like to cancel, actually. But, alright, yes to all. Now deactivate it. And let's go along here and Advanced Recon, because that should not have been left there. Don't leave it there. Rangefinder XML already exists. Yeah, that's fine, to be honest with you. No, it isn't. That's really annoying. Actually, that is really annoying. That crash has caused some slight problems. Nothing that would cause me any in-game problems, but that might actually cause... yeah, there. Me to showcase this game, this mod incorrectly. So I want to get this, make sure it's done correctly. Look at that. How weird is that? That is weird. So what I'm trying to do is install an extra mod that's got a far more visible heads-up display element. And I thought I'd just do that one, because it should be a painless experience. But it would seem you get an automatic fail on the first time round. Second time you do it, you don't. That is very strange indeed. See, now... maybe it's just too fast. Maybe because this pop-up's popping up, the script's got time to find what it needs to find. There could be something wrong with the installer script now. But all right. Still, it works. Right. You see, now what has happened is, if I go along to the data folder, go along to menus, is that has added an entry into the includes HUD main menu XML. As you can see, oh, probably shouldn't do it that way. There you go. Rangefinder.xml. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete this and Control S. Completely and utterly remove it. And then I'm going to start the game. So which is better, NMM or Rybash? It's one of those questions that's not easy to answer. Rybash is probably more powerful. NMM is probably easier to just jump in and use. Do I have a Novak? Did I see a Novak? I wanted to see a Novak. I like Novak. I'll actually do testing in Novak. Okay. So. No mod organizer for FNV. No, not yet. Part of the process of me going over to mod organizer was to fix the UI problem that is plaguing a lot of my mods. As a lot of you know, I've got a lot of Fallout New Vegas mods, and an awful lot of them have heads-up display elements. and there are issues with them using Mod Organizer. And so one of the things I was going to do was fix that, or try and fix it, but it would seem that is no longer necessary. This mod does in fact... Gopher, you should live stream on Twitch. Instead, it's much more better. No, go... Viking Alexander, go watch the video where I discuss this. Go watch the video where I discuss this. That's not happening, at least... Why Twitch? YouTube works better. Okay, guys, I've done a video on this. Please just go and watch the video. I explain in a lot of detail as to why we're doing it this way. Brilliant. Now we've got... Good God. Hello. You get this sometimes. Test the FMV Alien Isolation mod next. I might, but I'm just testing this one. This is all we're testing today, please. Okay, that's the latest save. That'll probably do. That'll probably do. This is not a mod where a stream where I'm going to be discussing the merits of Twitch versus YouTube, guys. Done a video on it. All right, is it me, or does this not seem to want to load now? I wonder if that's because I've added advanced Eureka. No, that can't be it either. Why not use Rybash over NMM? Answered. Do you prefer Windows 7 over Windows 8? Yes. Gays. All right. This is not wanting to work. All right, then let us uninstall advanced. We don't actually need that mod. I've got a few mods anyway. I suppose it's not going to kill me to test without that one. So... Start new game, then load again. Yeah, well, I usually don't need to load again. I can normally load... load something inside. Actually, the usual trick is to load something that's in an inside area first. I just don't want to load in dead money. I'm so fed up of seeing dead money. Let's go to the truck. Let's go to the truck. It's been a while since I've been in the truck, isn't it? Do an unboxing video when your new graphics card. My new graphics card's already arrived, so I'm putting it in pretty much after dinner today. Okay. So, let's put the heads-up display on. So there's the heads-up display. There you go. Now, what is missing? Well, grenade hotkey, for example. There is no grenade hotkey. There is... If I go along to the mod configuration and go to Dynavision Film and let's have a look. Action. Cinematech in... Let's put Cinematech in all of them. All modes. What else do we have? We don't have... flashlight settings. It already complained about JIP, C, C, and C. And as you can see, no film grain. No film grain. The film grain is simply not there at all.
Understood.
Bet you 50 caps I kill more than you.
I'm trying to activate the companion thing. Not working. None of it's working whatsoever. So we have nothing. We have no elements on the heads-up display. Now, that is purely because I have not added anything into here. Oh, God. No, it's not the inventory. It's not inventory. Sorry, heads-up display menu. There you go. It's completely blank, so nothing is appearing. Now, ordinarily, you could fix this using the Unified HUD project, which detects all of these. And yes to all. Right, so that has now updated this and added all of the things it needs. But you have to do that each and every single solitary time that you install a mod or uninstall a mod. This new mod has no such requirement, so there you go. Wait, is ESO still a thing? No idea. Would you use XRE cars if you could use the van? No, not really. XRE cars is a great mod, a lot of fun, but not particularly, you know, for my playstyle and the way I play, I don't really need to drive around. So, here we go. No warnings this time, and if I pull out the, there you go, grenade hotkey. You can see the grenade hotkey, and if I go along to, say, the mod configuration, Dynavision action, and add, I'll do it in menu mode as well. But let's just add it to all of them, and let's make it a not subtle grain, but let's make it Hollywood Heroes. There you go. I'm not sure you can actually see this on the stream, actually. I do wonder if it is even possible to see the film grain effect. It's probably easier to see it out in the... Can you see that on the stream? Or is the codec too bad? It looks like an old video camera. So yeah, so that's working. There you go. It is working. Right. Now, I'm going to uninstall. Oh, no, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to reinstall Unified HUD. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a mod that I don't have. In fact, I'm going to add two mods that I don't have. I'm going to force it to add Jetpack Detected and Imps HUD Extended. What this will actually do is it will tell the game that I have those files. I don't have those files. Oh, no. No, I added a safety feature. Damn it. I added a safety feature because she couldn't do that. All right, let's have a look at this. Let's... Done it again. Right. Okay, I tell you what. Let's just pretend. Let's pretend I've forced it to have range finder. Now, what this is, this line would exist if I'd installed the advanced recon range finder and then uninstalled it without running the Unified HUD project again. So that is how this would look if I'd uninstalled a mod but forgotten to run Unified HUD. Let's see what happens now. Crash. Exactly as expected. That is exactly what you would expect. So, first question. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave the heads-up display in a crash state. This is now a crash state. And I'm going to install UIO User Interface Organizer. I'm curious as to see, can it detect things? It did say it can remove things it detects are no longer there. Let's have a look and see how it does. Do you play? Wow, no. Okay, it's not crashed yet. If this gives me a menu, I am very, very impressed with this mod. I am very impressed with this mod. Indeed. Massively impressed with this mod. Basically, what that did was, I'm just clearing this now, is it detected that I had manually added a file that was not there and it removed it. So for now, what I've done is I have blanked out my HUD main menu XML. I actually think I might even be able to delete this, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would not recommend it. This usually gets installed by OneHUD as well, and I believe it gets installed by Project Nevada. So probably leave it. You can leave it blank. So now I don't have Unified HUD, but I do have UIO User Interface Organizer installed and working. I think. Let's just double check. Chat's getting weird again. So I've got nothing included manually now, absolutely nothing included manually, but hopefully I will still have all of the heads-up display elements required. Stay in the truck, the safe place. What GPU I'm using a 780 GTX right now, but I will in a few hours be putting in a 980. There you go, grenade hotkey. That pretty much confirms that everything is working fine. I've just got to tell you, this, and because I've tested this mod now for, well, several episodes, I can say without much of a shadow of a doubt that this mod works. And why this is good isn't just the fact that it helps avoid mistakes, and you just install it once and pretty much forget it. Maybe update it when it needs updating. But here's the really big advantage to this. Okay. Have I forgotten to... Right, apparently I have forgotten to sort my shortcuts out to my... Now I have to try and remember where the hell I put them. Oh no, it just one of those things where my network drive was out of sync, so that should work now. Package mods in, let's go for the package. No, let's not go for the package mods. Mods in progress, Fallout New Vegas. You can see how many mods I've got in progress there. Let's look at the advanced Recon rangefinder. Now, the Recon rangefinder has a bunch of prefabs. It has this. The only thing it actually requires is this rangefinder XML, but main HUD menu XML. Right, now the big problem with this, right, I want to do a manual installation of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this into here, rangefinder XML. And I'm going to copy the ESP into there. Now that, I believe, are the only two files required now. I don't believe it needs any of the other files, and I don't believe it needs to do any of the messing about. I believe it will detect the rangefinder automatically. As long as I probably need to shut that down and reselect. So, what this will probably mean then, oh, it's already selected, brilliant, is I need to repackage all my mods and do a mod organizer version or a UIO version. A UIO version you just click on and it doesn't do any scripting whatsoever. because it's probably not needed. In fact, I probably should do that on all of my mods now, and just leave the old installer version as an option. That is probably what I'll do. That may take a little time for me to get done, so please don't nag me too much about it. But I think that's what I'm going to do. So now, I've added the Advanced Recon Rangefinder mod, but I have not added it to the XML as I would normally do. I've done a manual installation, which is something I've always said I will not support. There you go, rangefinder.
It seems that the territories are about to blow up.
Brilliant. Wow. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, that is... You want the chat back? Oh, you want the chat back. To be honest with you, that is pretty much this mod tested and massively approved by me. Really it is. This is, to me, there's not a lot else to talk about at this point. Except, why does Jack not have glasses on? This is before he went into dead money. This is before he went into dead money. There you go. There we are. Just want something to. Yeah, let's have a look. Let's also have a look. If I press to go, I want to go into. There we go. We're now in screenshot mode. I've used one HUD to go into screenshot mode, which, as you'll notice, gets rid of those. I'm going to just randomly, for giggles, go to film. I like Hollywood Heroes. I'm a big fan of Hollywood Heroes, mostly because that's one of the ones I came up with. I came up with Hollywood Heroes. MG came up with Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time is very good as well. I liked Hollywood Heroes though. I think that was me. Can't remember exactly. Right. And lights. Camera. Imaginator, emitter. Were there no... Oh, styles. This is what it was. This is what... Cinematech. I always liked John Wayne's slow shutter style. There you go. And we've got Dynavision blur low. Let's get it to medium. Let's give it to medium. And action only on screenshot mode. See, what that does is I don't get the film grain unless I go into screenshot mode. And now I'm in screenshot mode. There you go. That really didn't test the mod very much. But I just wanted this to be in the background while I chatted. So yes, it would seem UIO has completely and utterly replaced the need for unified HUD, and the only problem you're going to have is certain HUD mods will have files in it you don't need. So if you do a manual installation, there may be some files overwriting. For example, in the one I showed you, there was a menu file that would have killed your Darnified UI installation if you'd have done a manual installation. So what I think we need to do, is go into all of my mods, all of my user interface mods, HUD display mods, and do a new version, a version that is purely and utterly a UIO version. And that is the version I will recommend for everybody from now on. They should use UIO, they should use... And there's no reason not to use UIO either. It requires NVSE, but so does every single heads-up display mod out there. Every single one of them requires NVSE, as far as I know. So that's not a big requirement. So UIO, use that, and I'm going to redo all of my mods and have a new version. And that new version, the UIO version, I believe, I can't test it yet, and I will, but I do believe will be compatible with Mod Organizer. Mod Organizer. I can't see any reason it won't be compatible with Mod Organizer, and it removes the single biggest problem I think people have been having with Mod Organizer. So it looks like I don't have to do much to fix all my mods. I've got a lot of them to fix, unfortunately, so this is going to be a bit of a job. I will try and get that done in the next week or so. And for those of you who are interested, I am going to now attempt to move my Fallout New Vegas load order over to Mod Organizer, the same as I did with Skyrim, and I will do that before I start Chapter 4, which is why Chapter 4 is not scheduled to start before Christmas. It's going to be 2015. But it will hopefully be on Mod Organizer, and I will then, of course, be able to do some videos regarding using Fallout New Vegas with Mod Organizer. But honestly, I think those videos are going to be quite short and quite sweet, compared to my normal ones anyway. Because I think it's going to be alright now. I think everything's going to be fine. Yes, I've seen the FNV mod that changes the whiskey. It's very, very cool. What's the point in chat if you can't ask questions? You can ask questions, as long as those questions are related to the mod. Well, you can ask any questions. I answer a lot of questions. It just depends what we're doing. We were testing this mod, and I wanted to get this mod tested. It does seem, unfortunately, or fortunately, I have already tested this mod without realising it. I'd sort of installed it and forgotten. I thought I'd uninstalled it, you see. I installed it and then thought I uninstalled it and was going to do some thorough testing at the end of Chapter 3. But inadvertently, I left the mod installed, and I left my my UI mods in a state where they required that mod to even work. So the fact that I haven't even noticed that I had the mod working, well, tells me that the mod works fine. The mod must work fine, because I didn't even realise I'd forgotten that I had it installed. So there you go. Yeah, the other reason for having the chat open is so that I can sort of see what confusions are going on, also so people can help me out if I've not spotted something. Are we getting annoyed with the colour yet? Let's change. I'm just showing off now. I know. Oh, I like this. I like this mod. What we got? Trek Vaseline Cam. There you go. Everything's smudgy. It's the wrong. It's definitely not the right film grain for it, is it? Nope. Nope. I know. Let's just go for a TV look. You want to go TV look? It's a bit more of a TV look. I'm just going to turn off the film grain. There you go. So Mod Organizer works well with Fallout New Vegas Gopher. I actually have no idea. I've got no idea. I've not tried it yet. That's my next step. My next step is to back up my Fallout New Vegas load order, my Fallout New Vegas mod installation setup, and then to completely and utterly delete everything in Fallout New Vegas, so I've got a vanilla setup, install Mod Organizer for Fallout New Vegas, and reinstall all the mods, which, as you can imagine, is a pretty big job. So that's another reason for the break. But I am anticipating it being a relatively simple task. Just a time-consuming one. So you're having way too much fun with this. He is completely unbiased. I'm completely unbiased about what? What am I completely unbiased about? This mod? Well, actually, you could imagine on this particular mod that I'm testing now, I'm totally biased against it. So, you know, you could say that I should be completely biased against this mod, because, of course, it does literally replace the need for my most endorsed mod in Fallout New Vegas. But I'm not that worried about that. This mod is far superior. It does the same thing, it does it better, and it does it in a way that will work with every single solitary mod management tool, which is superb. It's just superior in every way as far as I can see. I can't think of a single way that Unified HUD beats it. Not at all. So this gets my recommendation. I may do a quick showcase video to do, because this is probably like a 45-minute, hour-long video. Yeah, unbiased against your favourite film grain. Oh, unbiased against the film grain. I love the film grain effect, but I never use it. You've seen my Let's Plays. I never use it. I don't really use the... I don't use any of the settings. Here's how I normally run the game. Dynavision. I normally have Dynavision blur set to low. I have the focus speed on the slowest, but the low blur is really... It's not very heavy at all, so you can barely see it. I do not have the Cinematech on. I don't have Dynavision on in combat. I disable Dynavision in combat. So as soon as I go into combat, my vision gets crystal clear. I don't want, you know, slow blurring. And I actually left this on subtle grain, but it doesn't matter because I never have it on. I never actually have it on. And I also don't have any stylings. This is how I normally run. As you can see, it's a lot clearer, it's a lot sharper. There is a slight depth of field. It's very slight. And this is focusing on a near object. So I'm not a... I know it's my mod, but I barely use any of it either. So a lot of the mods I've created partly because I enjoyed working with some of the other mod authors, in this case MGE. MGE is the actual creator of the original Dynavision. Well, we collaborated on Dynavision 2. Same with Cinematech. That was completely his idea, completely his film grains. It was just my code. And he decided to host one of them and I hosted the other. And the only reason I'm the one who's hosted Dynavision 3, which is a sort of a mix of both of mine and his mods, and a mod he did with Mercurios, the Imaginator, is because MG's just not around and active on the modding scene at the moment. That is the only reason. This mod is just as much MG's and just as much Mercurios as mine, and that's why I did it. I enjoyed working with them on it. But I'm not actually a great big screenshot junkie. I love when people take great screenshots and send them to me, but you know, I'm not that visual a person. So there you go. Weapon animations replaced. Oh, that reminds me. There's a few new mods on the horizon from Zelandro. I don't know if you guys have heard of Zelandro is the guy that did the True Lean mod, but he's also done an ENB. He's done loads of things that I'm not even sure they're out yet, like a real-time inventory that you access from the screen rather than your Pip-Boy. So it's like a heads-up display inventory, and you can equip new things. But he's got a new one. He's got this new one that looks absolutely awesome. I'll try and remember to post a link for you guys later. You can take mods on and off your weapons without going into the inventory. So you can have your pistol out, and you can just press this button and select which mod you want to put on or take off. So you can put a silencer on it and then start shooting it, or take the silencer off. And all that happens is you put the weapon away briefly and bring it back out, and it's got the new mod. It's bloody awesome. That mod just looks staggeringly good. Imagine being able to have a rifle and then just quickly put a scope onto it, go out, then shoot it, and then take the scope off. That is going to be bloody awesome. So, oh, is Zelandro in? Is he in the chat? Give me a sec. Is Zelandro in the chat? There he is. Hey, yes. Oh God, I'm selecting things now. That not good. Not good. Not good. More comments below. I know. I hate the YouTube chat system. Right, there you go. Yes, he is. Yeah, Zelandro is in the house. So, yeah, I was very impressed with that Zelandro. I liked it. I liked that mod. That is going to be a fun one to play with. I do hope it gets released somewhere soon so I can have a go at it. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's a little earlier than I thought. I thought it would take longer to test this, but the good news is I've already tested it to death, and I am almost certainly going to do a showcase of this mod very quickly, mostly to make people aware of it and give it some heavy recommendation so that people... this mod needs awareness so that people start using it instead of the unified HUD. And so that I will try and get that pretty soon, and then I'll start trying to move over to Mod Organizer, and I may even live stream some of that just for giggles. You can watch me struggle with trying to get over to Mod Organizer, and we can see how it works. So yeah, you can all chat with Zalandro now. He's got a YouTube channel. He's in the chat. You'll see his name go past. Click on it and go along to his YouTube channel, and you can check all of these mods he's created. He's created a lot of superb mods. He's very, very active, and he creates a lot of, well, the sort of mods that you just make your eyes open. You just think, whoa, you can do that? That's a thing? So go along and check the mods he's released already, and then bug him until he releases this new mod. So I want that one. The chat is massively delayed. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining me for this testing. And the next time I test a Fallout New Vegas mod, I may well do another live stream. So keep your eyes open. When will the next perma stream be? Not totally sure. That takes a little longer. I didn't have enough time for it. And besides, I really did want to get started on my Fallout New Vegas stuff. So that's why I'm doing this one. But I'm going to go now. Seeing as I've got a little extra time, I'm going to go and make dinner for the family and surprise them when they come home. Dinner will be ready. Aren't I nice? Well, it means I get them to bed earlier as well, and then I can get my new graphics card plugged in. I may be doing some streaming later over on Twitch. I may be streaming some testing of my 980. I'd like to test my 980 on Dragon Age Inquisition and on Shadow of Mordor, and see how it's working, see how, how fast I get it. And then I'm probably, maybe not tonight, but in the next few days, I'm probably going to start Shadow of Mordor playthrough on Twitch. Dark Age Inquisition I will be starting to play through, but I'm going to do that on this channel. So it'll be a recorded Let's Play, not live, probably, I think. So anyway, I will... there's a workaround for Mod Organizer UI, but other than that it works.
Hi, how are you today?
Bye.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I was reading the chat. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, see you next time.